Doll's head added to inventory. Wait, were we supposed to get that other doll's head? There was one other one, but I didn't end up doing anything with it. I didn't know you... I tried clicking on it, but it didn't do anything. I can't forget this moment. An apple falls off the table and lands near our cook's body. Red splashes on his face. A girl is just standing there and smiling. I noticed the knives a second later. They just floated above her. Dozens of them. I had to do something. I had to. What did I sign up for? Who are these kids? Today was pizza crunchers or bean and cheese. See, a bean and cheese tostada sounds very good. What is a pizza cruncher? Fuck that. That knife is floating. Straight up, fuck that noise. Do not like. Oh, well, here's that noise we heard. The inspection will be here tomorrow, so by next morning, nothing should be left of our pig. What else do you have there? Head, ribs, and a hoof? Throw it into the stew. Make sure the children eat everything. Ooh. Excuse you? Am I looking for the telltale heart? Look, I didn't kill anyone that I know of. Doll's body. Oh, are we creating a child? Am I Geppetto? Doll's body was thrown in the pot. We still need more. What else do we need? We got the head, we got the body. We got like a heart or something. With that knife. I can't like click on it or anything. Oh, there we go. Never mind, we just need limbs. Bye. Dinner is ready. This is a... Oh, we did get the doll. Oh, I didn't know we picked it up. Okay, my bad. We can continue on. There was no indication. I had no idea. Because usually there's just a doll that's there and then you grab it. This is a toy that I took from the boiling pot. It's holding something in its hand. Zoom? No? Can I want to zoom? Use? There we go. Okay. Key to the children's unit. Added to inventory. Great. Give me that. Child should not have Zippo fluid. Future of America or the Soviet Union, huh? / Russia. Yeah, My ass. Burn the fucking place down. No. One of the new ones, Yura, wanted to tell the inspectors about our work. The boys took care of him. Everything I do here is for their own good, and I'm glad at least someone understands that. We moved his body downstairs. It was a difficult day. They're just killing kids who are like, just, you know, trying to share what the hell's going on there. That's scary. Also, on top of that, they're using the kids against the kids, which is really screwed up. Shabby photo was taken somewhere in the orphanage. Looks like photos, helicopter, candle. Shabby photo was taken somewhere in the orphanage. Kids in cells, and there's a truck. Don't like it. Nope, don't like any bit of it. Shabby photo and a train. So we might have to put all the toys together, maybe? Gotta collect them all. A truck, a train. So we got one in a closet next to a poster. The other one's in a cell, like a cage on the floor. And the other one is on the desk, which is a helicopter. I found another one. It was Kai, one of the older ones. I saw him last night near the pool. The boy said that he picked up a note from the girl Xenia. He says that he finds them everywhere from Xenia, Genna, and Rima. He tried to show them to me, but his hands were empty. Does he really have the thing, the talent? Is it an ability to read the memories of the dead? Can he do even more? B can wait. I'll contact him later or maybe not. So maybe we have that ability too, and we are able to communicate with the dead here, the children who have died, and the teachers who have died, and everything else, maybe. You owe me. I sacrificed everything for you. You are the same pest as the rest of them, but I protected you. I was hiding you. I gave up all of them except you. It's time to pay. You brought them back, and now someone must take care of them. They should not be allowed to leave. You did it 4 times, so you can do it again 1 more time. I'm like a mother to you. Bring me back. Bring me back. Oh, God. We've got to squeeze through stuff. Do not like. Yeah. I could help if you stop moving shit around. How about that? I think we just need one more child. I think we need to discover one more doll. See, I don't like this. It's just... Mm-hmm. That was cool. That was very cool. That was some great direction by the developer. I really liked that moment. Dark, long hallway, covered with different items that just kind of throw you off because they're different. They don't quite belong there. You go to the very end. You're blocked off. You look behind you. The entity's coming through the wall. You are then trying to book it away. You're trying to get to a white light rather than a red light, and then you save yourself by going through and into the closet. And then the closet is like all of a sudden actually you back in normal reality. That was very cool. I really liked that moment. So this is one of the toys that we need, is this truck. Everyone abandoned you. I did not. I'm the only one left. I gave you everything. I gave up everything for you. I have no future now, no past, not even a name. There's only duty. I am care, I am kindness, I am strictness, I am wisdom, I am mother. You don't deserve me. You are ungrateful, empty, miserable, soulless, cowardly pests. No one cares about you except me. Love me. Well, me. Nice to meet you, I'm Dad. Ah, ha, ha, ha. Fuck you. Oh, I've got to carry it like that? Oh, Lord. Key to the classroom cupboard. Kai already knows that you tried to complain to that guy from the ministry. He's talking with the boys. 3 of them already agreed to take care of you. If you don't want problems, you must bribe them, steal something, break into one of the closets or in the classroom. Maybe you'll find something in the kids' playroom while you're on duty in the manger. There's still time. What matters is not to get caught until you find all the gifts. Do not talk to them until then. Just leave what you find on their bunks. If you haven't remembered it yet, their beds stand against the left wall. There are posters and photos near them. Okay, so the first one was the helicopter. The second one... I think the first one was the helicopter. The second one I don't remember. The third one I don't remember. There we go. Second one was that, but I have to figure out how to get it. Third one's the train. Okay. I think it's this one here. Yep. High five. Stop making so much fucking noise. Okay, now one more left. Oh, no. Why am I doing this? I am alone among children and corpses. There is no one else here. My career, my family, my future, I destroyed everything. But I continue to watch over them. Why? Is it maternal love? Duty? Guilt? This is stupid. They are ungrateful, immoral rats. They respect only strength and fear. There is nothing to love. So maybe I just like to see myself as a good person? Is it just the feeling of power over someone? Or is it just pride in my own work? I don't know. Maybe you understand the reasons? Tell me, why did you come looking for your brother? Oh, okay. Yep. Notes are being written to me directly. Don't like it. Don't like it. Well, there we go. Okay. Fantastic. Bye, boys. Nope. How about no? Do I follow? No, floating dead. Oh, you know, when we first came in here... When we first came in here, this door was going crazy. I'm guessing this is why. Battered doll. So there was a kid that died in here because he got beaten by the other kids. He was probably hiding in here. That still hit me? Evidently we died through a door.
Проснись.
Oh no. Okay, no, we're good. I was like, evidently we died through a door. No, we're fine. So a child got killed by other children. Another child hung themselves. Another child was boiled to death? Yeah, I'm guessing that was scripted.
Говорят, что детдомовские чувствуют, кого усыновят
They say the
первым,
orphanage kids sense who will find parents first and who will have to live here until they turn 18.
когда вас
When they
привезли,
brought you in, I
я
immediately
сразу
realized that you would not stay
Ты
here for
здесь
long, and I was
ненадолго.
right.
Так и произошло. Твой брат,
Your brother, on the other hand, I knew that he would be here until the end. Oh, is he the one with the knife?
он очень переживал, когда ты
When you
уехал,
left, he was broken.
замкнулся в себе.
He closed himself off from the world outside and lost all confidence in people.
Ему было непросто.
That was a difficult time for him. And how about you?
Пожалуй, непросто было всем.
That was a difficult time for all of us, I guess. USSR was gone.
Никто не
No
был
one was
уверен
sure
в
of
том,
what would
что
happen the
будет
next day.
дальше. Вначале
At first, the
деньги
funds for the
поступали
orphanage were
задержки,
provided with some delay. Then we were left completely without money.
но нас не закрывали.
They didn't close the building. Even that was too expensive. We could barely afford the food for our kids.
Детей было нечем кормить. Я работала
Most of
за
the staff had
пятерых,
left us. I did the work of 5 people. I tried to replace everyone I could.
не получилось.
It didn't work out.
Несчастный случай.
It was an accident.
Я думала, что
I
она
thought that she was
притворяется,
just pretending.
хочет
Oh, the girl that
пропустить
died.
занятия.
Ooh, nice
Никто не
changeover.
верил, что она и
No one
правда.
believed me that she was really drowning. We thought that she was just wanting to skip the
Тогда ты
class.
еще был с нами.
You were
так?
still with us back then, right? You saw everything yourself.
Я сожгла все ее
I burned all of her documents and
все
reports of her
упоминания о
enrollment.
переводе. Никто не должен
Nobody
был
was supposed to
знать,
know that
что
she had
её
lived here at
вообще
all.
сюда привозили. Иначе вы бы все
Otherwise, you would
оказались
all
на
be out on the
улице.
street and all my work would be gone.
Иначе работа всей жизни была бы впустую. Никто не должен
Nobody was
был
supposed to
знать,
know this,
но они узнали.
but they found out. Are we diving in? That's cool. Yeah, yeet. B.
Мне начали приходить
I began to
звонки.
receive strange calls.
Мужчина
These people
рассказывал,
threatened to expose what happened to the girl if I didn't agree to help them.
как приют закроют, как меня посадят. Если только я не соглашусь помочь. Им нужно
They
было
needed to
место
place a
для
look
того,
after a
чтобы
group of kids
присмотреть
without
за группой
paperwork and
подростков.
without questions being
Без
asked.
лишних документов и без вопросов. Он видел в
They saw
нашей
potential in our
больнице
orphanage and they offered us money and support.
предлагал взять финансирование на себя. Я
I
согласилась.
said yes. Duh.
Они сказали, что
They wanted to take the children back when these kids
будут
became ready.
готовы. Мы узнали, что
We have
это
learned what this
значит,
means when
когда
one of the
один из
teachers decided to
воспитателей
punish a
решил
newcomer for some
наказать
mistake.
новичка. И перестарался. Всё вышло
He
из-под
overdid it and
контроля.
everything went out of control.
Ножи
The knives
поднялись
flew
в
up in the
воздух.
air and I had to stop the boy.
Пришлось остановить его. Мы
We got rid of the
избавились от
evidence.
улик. Постепенно это
It happened with
случилось
every
с
single
каждым.
one of them.
Любой нервный
Any stressful situation, any emotional breakdown could provoke the emergence of something strange, spontaneous fires, massive hallucinations, outbursts of rage among children.
массовые галлюцинации, вспышки ярости. Мы жили в
We've been
кошмаре.
living in a nightmare. I didn't know what to do or who to ask for help.
К кому обратиться? Пришлось
I had to keep everything under control.
Мы больше не ждали
We
нервных
weren't living in fear of sudden breakdowns anymore.
Мы начали их
We began to
вызывать.
cause them on purpose.
Ужесточили
We
наказание.
made punishments more severe and decided to lock misbehaving kids in the basement one by
Держали в
one.
подвале. Мы давили на
It allowed us to break them
них
one at a time.
И все странности
Now these occurrences took
начали
place exactly
происходить
where we
там,
wanted them to
где мы
happen,
хотели,
behind closed doors.
за закрытыми дверями. Так было
It was
безопасно
safer for us and for
для
them.
нас и для них. Эти эффекты
For some of them, these things
проявлялись не
didn't appear
сразу.
immediately.
Мы продолжали давить. Иногда
We kept pushing. Sometimes
это
things didn't go as
заканчивалось
planned.
печально.
Yeah. Okay, so now they're talking about the second child, the one that hung themselves.
Я научилась
I learned to
закрывать
turn a
на это
blind eye
глаза.
to this. We did what was
Мы
necessary.
выполняли нужную работу. Выявляли и
We've been
изолировали
working with
тех,
dangerous
кто
elements.
был опасен. Мы не знали,
I didn't
где
know
их
where these
находят
kids
и
came
куда
from, and I
увозят
didn't know
после
where they
нашей
were
работы.
taking them after our work was done.
Мы делали вид,
I
что
pretended that
они
they
не
were not
настоящие.
real children, just things I
Не
must
такие,
work
как
with.
нормальные дети. Пока я не
But then I
узнала,
found out that your
что
brother
твой
was
брат
one of them.
один из них. Вас привезли до
You two were brought here before this
Не
agreement.
знаю, как так
I didn't
получилось.
know how it happened.
Может быть, решили
Maybe B
проверить
decided to
меня
test our
на
orphanage on you.
Твое усыновление
Your
плохо
adoption
не
affected Kai
сказалось.
badly, and the new rules of the
Новый
building
порядок
destroyed him
его
completely.
уничтожил. Кай потерял
Kai had
связь с
lost touch with
реальностью.
reality.
Начал общаться
He began to
с
speak with
погибшими.
those who were gone. He described to me their deaths, read letters infused
Читал
with their
письма
memories.
с их воспоминаниями. Никого не напоминает.
Does that sound like something familiar?
Кай говорил только
Kai
с
spoke
ними.
only with them, and I saw how they
видел,
answered.
как
He
они
brought
ему
these children
отвечали.
back to the orphanage.
Он вернул их. Я видела в
I saw
нем
every
всё,
failure of mine in
на что
him.
пошла и что потеряла. Когда пришли люди,
When these
чтобы забрать
people came
остальных,
back to take the rest of the kids,
я
I couldn't
не
let them
могла
do it.
согласиться, как раньше. Я пыталась их остановить. Не получилось.
I had failed again.
А
And then
после
Kai brought me back.
Кай вернул меня.
Yeah.
Мы повторяем
We are
то,
repeating
к
what
чему
he used to
идем.
do.
Следим за
We
ними
watch
и
over the kids and
наказываем.
punish them over and over.
Снова и снова. Мы все
We're all
застряли
stuck
в
in this,
изувеченных,
in his mutilated,
сломанных
broken memories, in
воспоминаниях.
his idea of how this
Его
orphanage should
представление
work.
о том, как этот приют должен работать. Мы играли
We played our
свои
roles, and
роли,
he was happy until
но
you
он
showed
был
up.
счастлив, пока не пришел ты. Ты пугаешь
You are
его,
scaring him. You are making him remember
напоминаешь
who he
ему о
was
том,
before.
кем он был раньше. Кай сломан.
Kai is broken. He cannot be cured, and your attempts to do so will only make
Только
him miserable.
сделаешь еще хуже. Так что для тебя
So, what is
важнее?
more important to you, to calm your conscience or to leave your brother in peace?
Старые воспоминания или дать покой своему брату? Ты можешь отпустить всех,
You can
кого
free
он
all these
вернул,
kids if you want, but it will
и
deprive
лишить
Kai of his
Кая
purpose.
цели. А можешь поставить
Or you
их
can
на
put them
место
back and give him the opportunity to
наказать
feel needed again.
и дать ему возможность снова почувствовать себя нужным. Решай.
It's up to you to decide. Oh, interesting. We can make the decision. So I guess two different endings. We can choose to put the children back, the dolls back, so that the place has purpose again for Kai. Or we can free the children who have been suffering this entire time, per se, I mean, supposedly, right? Or at least we're assuming so because they're reliving the punishment over and over and over again that they had to go through. I'm going to pick the kids because whatever. Fuck them. Crazy asshole. Freaking Michael Myers. I mean, you tried to kill us. I can't feel too bad about it. So that's Kai, dressed up like the principal. But then, who's the woman? Is the woman like a teacher? Or is she the principal? It sounds like she was the principal, though. Good luck, guys. Ooh, okay. Maybe not. Don't leave me with him. Where y'all going? A very big kitchen knife, by the way. I mean, you can't help but feel a little bad, but also not our fault. Okay, bye. Freedom in peace. Activity in the area of the Palmyra has decreased. A civilian was seen near the target building. An attempt to place him under surveillance has failed. Secondary emanations near civilian were blocking digital equipment. I recommend assigning the status of an object to the intruder and locating him via search group. The impact zone of the original object has decreased. The activity of secondary emanations in the area building this minimal. Held a successful target acquisition, the object has been sent to the center. I am waiting for further instructions. B. I'm guessing we get a butthole stab in the end. All right, so now we're just going to put him back in school. Oh, there are the spirits of the children now, with knives aimed at them. There's Kai. Kai. Guy. Oh, now Kai is letting us go. He's like, thanks. We're putting the knife to the kids. Now I'm going to let you go. Thanks, bro. Wow. Both sides are very dramatic and very different. Activity in the area of the Palmyra has increased. A civilian was seen near the target building. Offender was placed under temporary surveillance. The behavior of secondary emanations has become more aggressive, but zone of emanation activity is stable. Attempt at capturing objects has failed. I gave an order to isolate the area. I await further instructions. Okay. So there might be 4 endings. Looking at the achievements, there were these 2. But then there was staying for eternity, taking over Kai's position or something. Or taking him to freedom with us? So now I'm really curious. Keeps swinging at us. Oh, look at that. Here's a 3rd ending. For the first 2, we leave Kai here. One by himself and one with the specters. But then we were able to come with him, or walk up to him, poke him a bit. Now he's able to come with us. Activity in the area of the Palmyra has ceased. Altogether has ceased. The object was seen leaving the building accompanied by a civilian. There are no signs of aggression. The level of activity around the object has increased. Potential influence of the civilian is possible. Attempt at capturing object has failed due to secondary emanations providing passive resistance. An attempt to establish observation has failed due to failure of digital equipment. God. Search group is required. Though our brother looks like a massive, scary-ass clown. Or not clown, but doll. Or doll clown. Like, hi, this is my brother, don't mind him. Yeah, I love that. I love the fact that it doesn't have to be all or nothing sort of thing. It's like, you can just get everyone out, or you can take over the mantle, too. Like a marionette, yeah. Or a ventriloquist dummy, yeah. So now we're doing this one. Get back to school. Oh. Oh, we can punish them. The word is eternity. We will always be together. Activity in the area of the Palmyra has increased. A second object has been spotted in the building. Its abilities are similar to the original because that's what they say. New object shows the signs of mental instability. The behavior of secondary emanations has become more aggressive. Zone of emanation activity begins to grow. Attempt at capturing objects has failed. Current resources are insufficient to isolate the zone. Requesting backup. So we can either let Kai be by himself and the area of activity go down because we freed the specters and they'll help us leave without being caught. Or we can leave and let Kai have his specters so the area stays about the same. Or we can have him come with us, and now we all leave with our brother and the specters and everything else, and they have nothing. Or we leave them with an area that's really dangerous, because now we have the specters there under our control between Kai and his brother that we're playing. Interesting. Principal were played by Polina Moschina. Special thanks to Polina and Teo Multiverse team. Nice. Dude, I like this. This was well done. It's got a really interesting story that really hits on the paranormal, but also on sci-fi, which I was not expecting. The fact that this was an orphanage, and then in order to save it, they had to bring in kids of unique abilities, supposedly. Potentially because the government wanted to test them, maybe to make super soldiers or something like that, right? Do something of some sort with them, right? Use them as tools or whatever it may be. Oh my god, what is going on? They are doing the Thriller dance. The ghosts are doing Michael Jackson's Thriller dance. After all the scares, they put in a laugh. Props to them. This is amazing. This is an awesome horror game. The fact that the devs can scare the shit out of you, bring a really interesting sci-fi horror spin to things, and then just do this at the end, because fuck it, let's have some fun. I have never seen this in any horror game, and I love it. Favorite end to a horror game? It's a bit loud, but yes. Wow. That's awesome. Not expecting it. Comes out of nowhere. That's awesome. And it's an ending that'll stick with you, which is smart. So I'm curious on the ending if we choose to let Kai do his own thing. But it's really interesting, though. I wasn't expecting the sci-fi twist, where it's like we're guessing the government or some organization was pushing for these kids to be pushed to the brink of stress to become something greater than themselves, right? And Kai was one of them, and so are we, which is why we could communicate with the dead. And Kai's power kind of took over the orphanage, so now it's like broken like fragments of his mind that we're in. It's really interesting. We learn about the children, and we can choose whether to release the children or give them to Kai. And then he can kind of keep reliving his whole situation. And what's interesting, too, is that supposedly at the end there, we could see that the organization was still keeping tabs on the orphanage and still having Kai there. And then suppose they brought Kai to the center or something like that after we left. And they tried to tail us, but the ghosts, the spirits of the children, protected us on the way out. So it's really cool. It's a very different spin. I appreciate that. So we had these horrible things that were happening to these children, but also at the same time, we had this like sci-fi edge of like why they were trying to do that and why that explains like this ghost or this spirit chasing us, which is Kai, our brother. How else do you get ghost children? You traumatize the fuck out of them. Exactly. If I was to give this game a score, I would say I give it an 8 out of 10 with 10 out of 10 being pretty much impossible. Really good lighting, really good concepts, really good sound. Really great layout for the orphanage itself. I like the fact that there are so many elements of this game that actually have historical resonance to them. They are connected to elements of history, orphanages in the Soviet Union at the time, as well as stories pulled from those orphanages and put into this game too. I think the jump scares were great. They worked really well. The developer never lost their sense of humor at certain things, like the achievement of, you know what they say about the cat and curiosity? Us getting killed in that box of nails and knives, as well as the very end there, which is just preem. Like, I just loved it. It was so great to see that and to like finally have like a good laugh after all of this like intensity. They did a great job of keeping the anxiety up on you, making you feel stressed out, making you want to hide, not get cocky. There were some puzzles, but they weren't super complicated. It was more so just figuring out a flow of interaction or trying to find an item and then putting it somewhere. So it was nice because they were quickly paced. You could keep going forward, and it never took away from the story. It never took away from the overall experience, which I thought was really nice. I thought it worked well. I don't think they need super complex puzzles or anything like that. It was just the constant fear of you having to travel out and then come back because you could get attacked by your brother. The story being told through the children's drawings, absolutely loved that because it still kept a certain air of mystery until the very end where we get that final exposition with, I don't know if it was the principal or if it was a teacher that was there or whatever it may be. It just all came together very, very nicely. And I loved how you had to get the dolls. The dolls were the representation of the children. I thought that was really nice. And each little thing to find each of the dolls was different. And so you had to go through a different process, and it got you, again, working around and traveling around and being on edge going, I could get attacked at any minute. And they had great jump scares, too. And they felt natural in a way. Like, they felt like they belonged there rather than just trying to be a jump scare for jump scare's sake, which that really annoys me. Like, you could be a good jump scare. You could still get me to jump, but then I can look at it and go, why was that even there, though? Like, what was the exact purpose of that or why? You know what I mean? Besides just being, of course, a jump scare, but like, it felt so unnatural for the environment or for what was happening. Whereas more of the jump scares here felt more natural in a way. And they already kind of set it up that there are children here with psychic abilities. Some very strange things have happened. So when a mirror blows, I'm like, yep, this is a part of this world. When a bulb blows out, yep, that's a part of this world. When doors close and open on their own, yep, that seems about right. So it just worked so well. It was a very fun overall experience. I don't think I've had this much fun with a horror game in quite some time. So I highly recommend it. If you want to check out Palmyra Orphanage for yourself, make sure to check out the link in the description of this video here on YouTube. For checking out YouTube, if you're checking us out on Twitch, thank you very much for that. Make sure to follow or subscribe on YouTube for much more content like this. We do a ton of horror games from all over the board, as well as many alphas and betas and so much more. Thank you very much for being here and for checking out the video, and thank you for being you. I hope to see you in the next video.